If you like speed, fun platforming, and bullet time, you will like Severed Steel. It is a short yet fantastic indie darling that does not let its foot off the gas for a moment. Despite only being 3 hours in length, having a non-existent story, and using the game mechanics over and over again, it's a superb first-person shooter that can be compared to and even surpasses other great post-Doom FPSs. Like Doom, there's no reloading and ammo counts are relatively small, so there's a large emphasis on picking up weapons you see from the ground. Instead of reloading, you take an enemy's gun, which can only be taken once they have been killed. In addition, if your current gun is empty, any loaded gun will magnetize to your hand, which helps keep the flow of the game alive. When you dive and slide, you're invincible, which keeps the game fast-paced and allows for more reckless strategies. That game feature is consistent, helping to encourage the player to dive headfirst into the enemy. You're invincible when the edges of the screen turn red. It makes the game better to play as you know you're going to be unstoppable when you do a stunt, which helps you get in close to the enemy or allow you to evade. Any game mechanic needs to be consistent, otherwise the player is less likely to use it as it's unreliable and may not work for the situation it is designed for. Consistency in game design is especially important with more fast-paced, headless gameplay as you'll be running into enemy fire, so there should be a level of uniformity of how I can avoid damage and simultaneously getting close to the player can do some damage.
Arthur, it ain't. I had a goddamn plan!
In addition, the proactive gameplay loop is further emphasized by the fact that you can regenerate health and bullet time when you kill an enemy. All the mechanics stated help promote an addictive gameplay loop of leaping or sliding towards an enemy, emptying the clip, picking up the weapon and using it, rinse and repeat. You also don't have control of what weapon may magnetize to your hand if you're empty. It could be an assault rifle or a shotgun. This aspect keeps you on your toes, demands you understand and experiment with the gameplay sandbox and be adaptive to new situations. You can pick up a shotgun, but the enemy is far, so you have to parkour to get in close. Whilst the enemy types are generic, shotgun guy, assault rifle guy, SMG guy, sniper rifle guy, the variety of weapons they use helps you strategize who you want to take out, so you can take their weapon. Also, they are placed relatively strategically from a gameplay and in-universe point of view. Sniper rifle users are far away, whereas shotgun users tend to roam tight corridors. The grenade launcher on your arm helps differentiate itself from other fast-paced FPSs on the market. You can fire a grenade at most surfaces in the game, and the explosion will leave a hole in the wall. The hole in the wall allows the player to open new sightlines and pathways throughout the level, effectively changing the level design to suit the player's needs. If you need a sightline to the enemy, use a grenade. If you need a quick escape or a route from or towards the enemy, use a grenade. The mechanic is well thought out and gives an element of strategy in an otherwise exhilarating game. You can only store 3 grenades and they take a fair amount of time to charge, so you must be selective on how you want to use your grenade, offensively, defensively, or tactically. Level design is good for the most part. There can be some issues concerning the fact that there can be barriers, objects, and clutter between you and the enemy, so it can be hard and unintuitive to get close to the enemy. More often than not, in levels with tight corridors and lots of intrusive objects, you may be in an over-reliance on running towards the enemy rather than diving or sliding. This is problematic as you have no invincibility when you're on your feet, and the last level of the flamethrower ain't great, too tedious, but it is fun to light the baddies on fire. Ultimately, despite the short running time, this game is the definition of quality over quantity. The gameplay loop is addicting and visceral and keeps you entertained until the credits roll. This is Zach, not Zach, signing off. Please remember to like, favorite, and subscribe.